Hello, comic readers. Today we're going to look at Superman, the Silver Age Omnibus, Volume 1. Now, I really wanted to take a look at the Silver Age of Superman. I mean, in my previous videos, I went through the DC Finest that I have currently, that I showed you with Superman, and it was the Golden Age era, which was, late 1930s, early 1940s. Now I want to go over the Silver Age since I don't have any other Golden Age books yet to cover from Superman. So I wanted to get into the next era of comics, which would be the Silver Age. And this is the only omnibus they have for Silver Age Superman. They do have some DC Finest for Superman adjacent Silver Age comics. They have Superman Family, and they have Superboy, and they have a Supergirl one. I'm going to go over some of those eventually because I do have them and I would like to go over them. But right now, I really want to focus on Silver Age Superman. And as you can see, there's an introduction to a very famous Superman villain and one of the biggest Superman villains in his history, Brainiac. And he's going to be the villain in the upcoming Superman film next year, Man of Tomorrow, which I'm really excited about because he has never been in a film, and I've been waiting a very long time to see Brainiac in a movie. Instead of just Lex Luthor or General Zod, we're finally getting, you know, different characters in these superhero movies, Superman movies. So, this is the cover, Silver Age Omnibus Volume 1. I really hope they end up releasing a second volume. Like, they're coming out with a third volume for the Wonder Woman Silver Age omnibuses, which I will go over eventually, because I have the first two and I love them. But for Batman and Superman, they only have one each right now. Um, Flash has three, I believe, and Green Lantern has two. So there is some Silver Age omnibuses, and I think Justice League has two. Yeah, so there's a few, uh, Silver Age omnibuses out there. But for Batman and Superman, they only have one each right now, which is really weird because they're the biggest characters. And honestly, I think Superman Silver Age is awesome. If I had to pick a DC character that had like a great Silver Age, Superman's one of the best ones. I know I really like the Flash as well, um, and I will go over that. But I find Superman has a fantastic Silver Age. So anyway, enough of me talking. I want you to just understand this is okay. So this is the Silver Age, and if you don't know what that is, that's a new era after the 40s, basically a new era of comics, which was kind of birthed in the mid 50s, where we're going away from more uh, political issues, social issues, like with the Comics Code of Authority, kind of one of the things to be a little more kid friendly in some ways, and there was a whole sci-fi thing on the go. Like it became super popular. Everything was really sci-fi. So Superman kind of went down that route. There's a lot more sci-fi elements in the Silver Age, and a lot more of those classic elements that you're probably familiar with Superman from the Silver Age. And also, Silver Age comics take place in a different Earth than the Golden Age. As I mentioned before, the Golden Age era, it's its own continuity. It's Earth One. This is or Earth 2. This one, believe, is Earth 1. Whatever way they want to spin it, it's a different timeline altogether. So, this is the spine. I love these spines. I like that they're going like the Marvel Omnibus route with all the covers in the back. You've got a ton of iconic Superman covers, Action Comics, and Superman. This is fantastic. So it says here, this period was notable for introducing new characters such as the villainous Brainiac, the menacing Metallo, and Kal-El's long-lost cousin Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl. Additionally, the Action Comics and Superman creative teams incorporated more sci-fi elements into Superman's lore and threw in some humorous yarns and about his attempts to protect his secret identity. That's true. There's a lot of, comical stuff like trying to protect his identity as Clark Kent is it's kind of funny. So this collects Action Comics 241 to 265 and Superman 122, 137. And we have a foreword by fan favorite Superman artist and writer Carl Kessel. Um, Price for this book $100 American, $131 Canadian. I pre-ordered this book. I remember pre-ordering this book like a year in advance on Amazon, and I think I got it maybe for like 70 or 80 bucks. Sometimes you can get a really good deal with the pre-orders. All right, so we're gonna get into this Superman: The Silver Age Omnibus. I love this stuff, man. I love the Silver Age. I am a huge Silver Age fan. Um, I know it could be a little bit silly. Well, I should tell you guys where this comes from. 1958 is the start of Superman Silver Age. You know, for this. And this book goes all the way up to 1960. So we got a couple years of comics. We got a forward there. So yeah, really like it. I love the Silver Age, man. I gotta say, I enjoy reading Silver Age comics. Um, I know sometimes it could be super silly, especially like I know Marvel kind of changes the game, but there's a lot of very funny DC comic stuff I find. We all know everybody laughs at Batman's Silver Age and stuff like that. And Wonder Woman's could be a little bit silly too and stuff like that. But I find Superman's is actually genuinely like a fun time to read. Like out of the Trinity, I think Superman has the best Silver Age. Like stuff like this, him flying around with a giant key, just laser beaming stuff like written into his giant diary here. Like this is it's so funny. Um, yeah, I love this stuff. I love the old 60s artwork, 50s and 60s. I find the artwork in this era is just so good. I love the way Superman looks in the old comics. Like I love the way he's drawn. I like that Batman is in these comics sometimes and like he's referenced. You kind of get a little crossover with the two big characters. Lois Lane's always here and they always have that funny like kind of almost like a love triangle in a way with Superman. She likes Superman. Clark likes her. He's trying to keep his identity. It's just comical. It's funny, but it's just a fun read. Jimmy Olsen's there. You get the classic like kind of comic look. You look how Clark Kent square jawed, big glasses. Jimmy with the freckles. Like I think this is like I don't know. There's just something about it, man. I don't know how to explain it. I love this stuff. I think it's great. This is Brainiac's first ever appearance. I love Silver Age Brainiac. Um, I love that design. Like the green alien with the pink shirt. I don't know. And I love Coco. His little white monkey alien thing. I really hope James Gunn brings Coco. I honest to God, some people might complain about it's too silly or whatever for live action because people like to complain about comic book movies being comic book movies. I would 100% take Coco in it with Brainiac in in a Superman film, and we get to see the Krypton City, the bottled city of Kandor. That's pretty cool. You get to see a Supergirl. This one, I believe, is not the Supergirl that we all know and love. This is a clone created by, or something conjured up by Jimmy Olsen to be sort of a lover, I believe, to Superman. But I say that's what kind of gave them an idea to make a Supergirl. Maybe she was popular enough that they were like, hey, let's make Superman have a cousin named Supergirl. I love these covers. Like Superman with a cane and broken leg and broken arm, like like I don't know, a lot of rage bait or like not rage bait, Jesus, clickbaity covers. Sometimes like I don't know, it's just so much fun. I love these stories. Um, like these covers are hilarious. Like Superman just sitting on a fucking shell throne underwater. Like X-ray vision on the submarine. Like it's good. I love it. I don't care what anybody thinks. Like I love these old comics. They're so much fun. if you're feeling down or something, and you just want to have a light time, like a little bit of a fun read, nothing too serious. This is the type of Superman and the type of comics you should read. If you're just kind of like you're in a bit of a silly mood, I think there's just comics out there for every mood, and for just every person and type of person and what kind of stories you want to tell or read. Superman's new powers, he's shooting rainbows out of his hands. Like, this is like some of this Silver Age stuff is insane, man. It's so funny. I adore it. I adore the Silver, and you're gonna hear me say that a lot with the Silver Age. Um, it's got its charm, man, and a lot of the basis of like the characters we know and love, like, come from the Silver Age. I mean, when I get to Flash and Green Lantern, like the ones you know and love, most of their lore comes from the Silver Age, more so than the Golden Age, because they're different versions of the characters. I love this stuff. It's so funny. It cracks me up every time. I got to go over a World's Finest, um, Silver Age Omnibus. I love those stories of him and Batman teaming up all the time. I think that is it's awesome too. It's so good. Yeah, I love these old stories, man. These old. That's funny. Yeah, stuff like that. I remember reading through this and just having a blast. I think I may have, like, it took me like 2 days to read through it. I was just sitting there, enjoying my time. Superman versus Lex Luthor, obviously iconic. Titano. Some of you guys might know if you're already Superman fans. Titano, the monkey or the gorilla with the kryptonite lasers and stuff like that. It's awesome. It's fun. And Lois, like, it's kind of like King Kong type of story. Yeah, the old artwork, man. I love it. Like, I just such good stuff. It's the first appearance of Supergirl in this issue of the Kara Zor-El version. This is Metallo. I remember being completely shocked when I first read this. This is the first appearance of Metallo. I was like, really? I had no idea. He just looked like Matches Malone. Like, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. Like, you see him, he has a robot body, obviously. But I could not believe that's what Metallo looked like in his first appearance. He's not the big skeleton robot dude with torn face like you would see like in later incarnations. He just looks like Matches Malone. Like, it's funny. I was very surprised, honestly. I hope we get more of these omnibuses. Like, I really want to complete the Silver Age Superman in omnibus format, so I'm pleading DC to do it. I will pre-order. There's Bizarro, um, and Lex and Bizarro team story where they appear in the same story. It's really cool. I love seeing that. Lex is like a more of a. This is before he was like just a businessman, evil billionaire. This is like he's a mad scientist in this. But yeah, as I was saying, I want them to complete the Silver Age. I'd love to see the first appearances of like Parasite and stuff. Like, Parasite's like my favorite Superman villain. I'd love to get the rest of it. Like, Mr. Mxyzptlk is in this, and like, see, you get so many classic Superman villains. You get the complete comedy that comes with Mr. Mxyzptlk. It's I think he's one of my favorite Superman villains, just because you can do so much crazy stuff with him. Um, he's a character I'd love to see in a show or a movie, but I doubt they would ever do that. Like, this is so funny. I love it. Yeah, but I don't think they would do Mxyzptlk in a movie. But I think they would find a way to make it work. Honestly, more crossovers between Superman and Supergirl. So yeah, you're getting a lot of new lore, new villains. You know, new side characters, and kind of establishing tropes that is iconic within Superman's mythology. So, you know, I think the Silver Age is obviously very important in comic books, and people do not give them the credit. Like, do not. I know it's a bit silly, and I know it's like old, and it may not be as fun to read or as serious as the newer stuff, and you might feel dumb when you're reading it, or it might feel childish. To me, I think it's such an important part of superhero history, of comic book history, that you've got to at least appreciate it, even if you don't love it. You've got to appreciate it. That's my opinion. You know, um, not saying you have to love it. I understand why people don't, but I just love these old stories and I love old artwork, and I feel like Superman, honestly, is the best when it comes, or one of the best when it comes to the Silver Age of DC. I think he is. His stories are so good in these Silver Age things. I think they're so fun. Um, they're iconic, and I think you should check it out. At least even look into it. I would recommend, if you're an omnibus collector, to buy this. This is great in my opinion, and we need more. We need to complete this. And if you're a Superman fan, I would urge you to get this. You get the first appearances of Brainiac and Supergirl, characters that are coming up in these new movies. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're a Superman fan, I recommend getting this, to be honest. Or if you just like old Silver Age comics, like if you're familiar with Silver Age comics, like you've read, maybe if you've read Spider Man, or if you've read, The Flash or something, check this out. I know it can be a bit pricey, but if you can even say look up some issues online and maybe get a feel for it, um, I know the Silver Age ain't for everybody, but man, do I ever love this collection. This is one of my favorite books. I revisit it every now and then when I'm just in that kind of mood, and I love it. I honestly do. And I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys plan on looking into this? Do you guys own it? Do you guys hate the Silver Age? Do you like the Silver Age? Please let me know down in the comments. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I want to know what you guys think of this. Um, yeah, hit like, please subscribe, and have a great day, everyone.